Picture this. June 5th, 1944. The biggest military invasion in history is about to happen. Over 150,000 Allied soldiers are ready to storm the beaches of Normandy. Over 150,000 Allied soldiers are ready to storm the beaches of Normandy. Do they know the dangers of what's happening? Over 150,000 Allied soldiers are ready to storm the beaches of Normandy. Ships are loaded, planes are fueled. Everything depends on one thing. The Germans can't know where they're coming. And then a spy gets caught with the invasion plans in his pocket. This is the story of Juan Pujol Garcia, but the British called him Garbo. And he might be the greatest double agent who ever lived. Here's the crazy part. Garbo wasn't even supposed to be a spy. He was just a Spanish guy who hated fascists. When World War II started, he tried to join the Allies. He went to the British embassy in Madrid and said, "Hey, I want to spy for you." They laughed at him and told him to go home. So you know what he did. He became a German spy instead. Wait. What? Yeah. Garbo walked into the German embassy and convinced them he was a loyal Nazi supporter who could spy on Britain for Germany. The Germans believed him and started paying him. But here's the thing. Garbo never actually went to Britain. He sat in Lisbon, Portugal, and just made stuff up. He bought a map of Britain, read some travel guides, and started sending fake intelligence reports to the Germans. And the Germans loved it. They thought he was giving them gold. Garbo invented an entire network of fake spies. He created fictional characters with full backstories. A Venezuelan student in Glasgow, a Swiss businessman in London, a Welsh nationalist who hated the British. None of these people existed. It was all Garbo sitting in a room, writing fiction, and the Germans were eating it up. Eventually, the British found out about him. At first, they thought he was a real German spy and wanted to arrest him. But then they realized, wait, this guy is on our side, and he's amazing at this. So they brought him to London and made him an official double agent. His mission? Feed fake information to the Germans to make them think D-Day would happen somewhere else. Now here's where it gets insane. By 1944, Hitler trusted Garbo more than his own generals. The Germans thought Garbo's spy network was so good that they were paying him a fortune. They even awarded him the Iron Cross. Meanwhile, Garbo was working with the Allies to create the biggest military deception in history. Operation Bodyguard. The plan was simple, but brilliant. Make Hitler think the invasion would happen at Calais, not Normandy. Calais made sense. It was the shortest distance across the English Channel. It was closer to Germany. Any logical military commander would invade there. So Garbo started feeding the Germans exactly what they wanted to hear. He sent messages saying there was a massive army grouping near Dover, right across from Calais. He reported fake troop movements, fake supply buildups, fake radio chatter. The Germans believed every word. They kept huge numbers of soldiers and tanks at Calais, waiting for an invasion that would never come. June 6th, 1944, D-Day happens. Allied troops hit the beaches at Normandy. The Germans are caught completely off guard. But here's the genius part. Even after the invasion started, Garbo sent an urgent message to Berlin. He told them Normandy is just a diversion. The real invasion is still coming at Calais. Hold your forces there. And Hitler believed him. Even with thousands of Allied soldiers pouring onto Normandy beaches, Hitler kept elite panzer divisions sitting at Calais for weeks, waiting for Garbo's predicted second invasion. Those tanks could have pushed the Allies back into the sea. Instead, they sat there doing nothing, because Hitler trusted a Spanish con artist more than reality. Garbo's deception worked so well that historians say he shortened the war by months and saved thousands of Allied lives. After D-Day succeeded, the British awarded him the MBE. So Garbo is the only person in World War II to receive medals from both Germany and Britain. The Germans gave him the Iron Cross, thinking he was their best spy. The British gave him the MBE, knowing he was actually theirs. But wait, there's more. After the war, Garbo faked his own death. He told British intelligence he was done and wanted out, so they helped him disappear. For decades, everyone thought he died in Angola in 1949, but he was actually living in Venezuela, running a bookstore. He didn't reveal himself until 1984, 40 years later, when a writer tracked him down. Garbo died in 1988 at age 76. This guy spent the entire war making up stories, inventing fake people, and eating breakfast, while Hitler made military decisions based on his lies. He never fired a gun, never planted a bomb, and never even left his desk. He just wrote really convincing fiction, and it changed the course of history. The spy who saved D-Day didn't need weapons or gadgets or secret codes. He just needed imagination, guts, and the ability to make the most powerful dictator in Europe believe whatever he wanted him to believe. And that's way cooler than anything James Bond ever did. If you want more insane true spy stories like this, hit subscribe and drop a like. What other World War II secrets should we uncover? Let me know in the comments.